My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire Downfall. We're going to be continuing with the Snecko. I think after this point, we'll start going back to throwing the Ascension further and further up. I'm starting to get a little bit of a sense of the changes to these characters, and in particular, the changes to everything else that was shipped in 3.0. Having a look at this at the moment. The Watcher or Guardian? I kind of want to go the Watcher, and then go like the Watcher Ironclad Silent if possible. Silent? Champ. I mean, it's out of those two, it's got to be Champ, right? Dang. Alright, so the idea was that we were going to be finding Wrath as well as a bunch of extra damage, but instead we're going to be dancing between multiple different stances for multiple different characters. It's going to be a wild time. I can confirm that already from the outset. Okay, there's a couple paths here with a decent amount of rests. There's an early shop, late shop. So there's a path down this line that is 3 rests, 4 if you include the start, 2 merchants. 1 is an early opportunity for a combat. The late is the empowered elite. It's not even that far from the max elite path. The max elite path has 2 elites, but the max elite path also has no rests whatsoever. So I think if we are taking a path, it's got to be this one, right? The 100 souls actually makes a lot of sense, considering the early shop as well as the later shop. However, obtain a random rare relic for 9 max HP. It's hard to turn that down. Hello, Guerrilla. I'm so glad I didn't turn it down. So, identify is lock an unknown into a permanent card. You just roll it into a permanent card, I'm pretty sure. We'll try to explore that this run, but obviously we have priorities. Lift. Let's get jacked. Let's get permanently jaxed, even. 10 count. I mean, it will be used this turn, but I would prefer to not to. Okay, we'll start with Prostrate. Hit him with a Snack Bite. Yeah. Because even if it did high roll that cost, we had other stuff in hand to play that we were going to be equally happy to play. Nice. Improvised Guard, Master Eye, and Uncommon Skill. Well, we're what? Champ, Silent, and... Champ, Silent, and... What's the other one? Watcher? Not that many expensive cards in there. A lot of low-cost cards. Not that many or rather expensive multi-attacks outside of the rare set. The Mastered Strike, the Ragnarok, obviously comes to mind. Feels like Master Eye is probably not the correct one here for us. Let's take Improvised Guard then. I'm happy with that. I'm going for max damage here. Tail Whip, why? Phantasmal Killer. I mean, look, if I'm going for max damage, that's what Phantasmal Killer do. Definitely wanting some model access. Ugh. That was not our best combat against that enemy. Rotation, unknown exhaust card. There's the model. Unknown exhaust cards from each of these classes are pretty good, though. Rotation, discard off-class cards, roll that many +1s. That's the ability to cycle through the deck relatively quickly. I don't know if that's... So we've not just got to think about the theme of the characters we're going to be playing, but we've got to think about the theme of the Snecko that we could be playing. Are we going to be playing heavily into model? Are we going to be playing heavily into draw? Are we going to be playing heavily into specifically off-class, like broadly across the board? Snecko rotation is like just a tool. At the start of each turn, add a random off-class card to your hand and muddle it. Upgrades to be 0 cost. Rain of Dice is not a bad damage card for a deck that already starts with Girya. And I can actually take Rain of Dice as well as Quick Move here, right? We have exactly 99. There's also Shift for exhausting them and replacing them with new ones that cost 1 less. Okay, let's actually take those 2. Any of this stuff that I haven't explained before? No, cool. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna take the cheap amount, even though we have a shop down here. I don't want to put extra cards in the deck. Sure, let's rotate past those two. They're not aggressive enough for me, thank you. Enchanted Crown, I mean, that would be nice had I been able to play it. Exhaust all your off-class cards in hand. Well, we have none. I'm just going to go straight damage then. Nice. Mix It Up is actually really, really good damage with strength. I also really like just having a Mix It Up early so I can kind of just try and roll into... oh, I've forgotten the name of it. The one that refills all of your potions. And then use a bunch of potions and then use that and then keep it going. It's a fun way to play. I like getting it early. Ancient Tea Set. Whenever you go to a rest site, start this combo to extract energy. I mean, that's going to be against a... So, this is significantly less valuable in Downfall because you don't always have a rest directly before a boss, right? I think I will take the Sapphire Key here, actually. Get it relatively early. Enchant Shield, increase the block of the card by... let's shift past that. I deserve everything I got. Clobber. Deal 12 damage with Berserker and defensive combos that I can't activate here. Unless... Wow. Really getting things we can't utilize. There you go. Mix them up for no damage. Just kill them instantaneously the turn after. Memorize. Choose a card in hand which started unknown. Permanently add it to your deck, removing its unknown. I mean, we just take that. We just take that and hope that we find something. I mean, that's effectively an identifier, right? That's what that is. 10 max HP. Don't need that right now. Let's go for the lifts. Yeah, I'm gonna swap that potion. Could have gotten Entropic Brew. That's its name. Now I knew it was locked away in there somewhere. Yeah, I can't. I had to look for something defensive. Try and save a little HP there if we could. Crooked Strike. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. I want to rotate past these and then... Let's improvise guard. Definitely don't want that one. Let's rotate past. Memorize is not going to have anything it can hit that I'm going to be happy about, right? Halt. Yeah, don't want that either. That's fine. It's decent enough damage. There's an unending supply. I'll take it. We're going to want more muddling. Ooh, definitely Snake Sap. That's just always good, I think. First time you play a power card, each combat gains 6 block and 1 strength. It's exactly the amount of money I have. It's a strength, and it gives us block on the first turn we play a power. Actually, I think we'll just take the Rod of Bolstering Flame. We've got really good strength scaling out of things that we don't even really need to do. The strength takes care of itself, I think, is what I was trying to communicate there. Really want to get a target down. I think I'm just taking some damage here. I want to be able to guarantee that I can still do damage on following turns. Your HP cannot be reduced until your next turn. Well, I mean, that'll do it, I guess. Circumvent is defensive combo. We don't have defensive combo available. Let's start with the Rain of Dice and then Snack Bite you. Ignore Pain works perfectly. Alright. No, I'm afraid that won't harm me. Defensive shout. No, I don't want that either. I'm actually going to block for a little bit here. We've got memorize on the draw. We might find something that we really want to memorize. Do we really want to memorize a flail? No, it didn't start as an unknown card. Right. For some reason, I was like, oh, any card whatsoever, no matter what it's built with. So yeah, that makes that significantly different. Wired Sting. This upgrades to become 1 cost. Yeah, when it's 1 cost, very, very happy to have that. Until that point. But we'll get to that point, so it'll be okay. Ultimate stance. Unusable. Oh, Tornado Punch is eminently usable, though. Right there. And then Memorize could hit, what, Heel Hook? No, thank you. Snake Rake is Draw and Muddle. Something we're increasingly going to want. Know if I want to identify a card here. I think I'm going to recall. Get even more strength scaling for later. That's a very expensive Megalick right there. Gets 1 goop on all enemies. It's not even that great for us. Oh, well, look, if it's going to be 0 cost, then I'll take it. Defensive style is in the draw pile. Enter defensive techniques. Gain 2 more counter. We have no other defensive techniques. Yeah, there are so many cards in the champ subset. I probably should have just ignored champ. There are so many cards there that rely on other cards in the champ subset, and I'm just not really going to be able to put together a strategy with them. Unfortunately, we don't have anything off-class in this hands. Yeah, that'll do. Ooh, that's damage. We actually may end up dying against the boss here. Heck, I've got so much strength that I can actually just kill that target there instead of having to try and defend. This one's simple, though. Beautiful. Crushed Joints. It's not a bad card to memorize. Last card played was a skill applied to vulnerable. It's a source of reliable vulnerable in this deck. That's scaling with strength. It wouldn't be added as upgraded because it was upgraded by a different source. We'll hold. Soul Draw, Soul Roll. Both of those are really good. I would love taking both. I will take Soul Roll right now and Soul Draw later. Some guarding. I think I just play that finesse. Try and draw into something a little bit better. Don't really get it. Tail with the backline looking for a weakness, which we find. So wide ding and defend there. Leave the bolt in the draw pile. It's still pretty good. Ooh, actually, I think I'll just throw this Mix It Up as well before we get out of this fight. That's a lot of HP. That's 51 HP right there. 51? 55. 55 HP? I think it's 55. 55 HP right there. A block that muddles the highest cost in hand. That seems right for us. Skill's not a bad hit there either. This enemy is going to scale quick, though. Can I afford not to use the 2 regen potions? I hope so. Not the ones I wanted. I'll readily admit that much. Oof. Start out with Snake Rake. Hit him with a Snake Bite. Defend and a Soul Roll to get a strike out there. Rolled them all and did nothing differently. Guess this one's just Unending Supply as well as Backstep. Most defense I can provide on that turn with the Void. So rotate would be discarding them and drawing, getting us to something like Wide Sting as well as Shift that we don't need. Also, the Void goes back into the draw pile, so I really don't want to do that. Ghost Shield's fine, it's just a defensive tool here. That's the problem, that Dark Orb. Can't let that build too much. To the stance you aren't in, draw a card. I mean, yeah, that gets us towards the backstep, but gain block equal to your fatigue. I have no fatigue, so that's not really going to be relevant. I also don't have a finisher, so my stance also isn't relevant in that way. Really hoping that was going to weaken the enemy there. Let me go straight past that one if you don't mind. Emergency! Accelerate a card in stasis until it returns to your hand. We don't have one of those. Bloodletting that I'm incapable of using. This is getting worse. This is getting much worse. As soon as the enemy decides to blow up that orb, I'm dead. Alright. How do I anti-dead? I think anti-deading probably begins with... Oh my god. Bloodletting is in the draw pile. It's entirely possible that my anti-deading here kills me. It does not! We live. For the moment. We live to die another day. Which is good, because today didn't work well for me. I'm much free to die on Tuesday. Unlimited rolls. There's the soul roll every single hand. That's good. Obviously, more power is really good too. Getting additional upgraded unknown cards. Take unlimited rolls. Definitely can't take the Runic Pyramid. Sure. Pandora's. We're going to use the rolling... Whoa! That's rare as hell! Unknown boss card, unknown boss card. There's a glittering, there's a cheat, there's improv. Honestly, great hits. We are extremely undefended at the moment. We need to find more, like, quick rolls and stuff like that. But great hits otherwise. There's a 3 elite path, which I feel like is probably death. But depending on how we combat the first elite, maybe it's not. Maybe it's okay. Maybe we're fine. Maybe. You'll sit and sigh, wishing that I were there. Then maybe you'll ask me to come back again. Oh, maybe. It's a song. And then maybe I'll say maybe is the next line. Ink spots. Maybe. Nice. 5 turns time. Honestly, that Hexaburn's probably not a great idea, maybe. Definitely want to mix it up. Give it the soul roll. That's a good soul roll hand right there. Didn't even need to play the cheat. Let's throw those two and just get the wide sting in this hand. I mean, look, that's a judgment. The only problem is I wanted to get to the glittering gambit to actually be able to play it. Snake rake, we may actually draw into it right now. Okay, so that didn't draw, is what I'm getting from that. Let's slime crush you for 50 damage. Don't even use the judgment. Out of these, probably the strength potion still. Unknown upgraded watcher card. Oh. Upgraded. Sure. I am looking for Ragnarok. I'm pretty pretty intently looking for that Ragnarok, in fact. Get another mix it up. I like that. Let's keep rolling those. If nothing else, it's just a really good multi-hit that we've got left in the deck. Go with the snake rake first. Do I want to put a last stand into the deck by default? Remove all debuffs, gain a strength. If you're below half HP, gain 2 strength. I don't think so. No, I don't think I will. Hey, there we go, and drop a brew. So now we have the ability to use the other two before... oh my god, Glittering Gambit's still in there. One of these days we're going to get to use Glittering Gambit. I'm certain of it. But today is not that day. Soul Cleanse. Model your hand. Cards modeled this way cannot cost 3. Great. I'll take 1 copy of that. I could just skip this fight right now. I'm not going to, but I could, is the thing. Let's discard that. Refill. There's nothing off class in this hand. Ooh. Love it. We get to do it all again. That's why I put those in the deck. And it's finally proven itself. I appreciate that game. Thank you. Enjoy it when you provide proof perfect that this was the correct, or a correct. There are many corrects. Improvise the attack, soul roll. Yeah, no, that's accessible at this point. I'm still obviously waiting for the Glittering Gambit. Should I be able to get there? Obviously, and mix it up. I believe I didn't mention that. There's the Glittering Gambit. 4 souls! Hell yeah! Glad we waited that long, because that's 4 more souls than I had before. I'm not even being negative about it, it's true. Check it out. Mathematically, it's true. I ran over the working myself multiple times. And I'm pretty sure. Works out to be about right. Yeah, we'll mix it up first. Not really what I wanted. I'll rain a dice and then quick move. Because I don't need to be able to play the snake bite at the end, but the rest are more important. You are mine and brilliance and swivel, eh? Start with the improvised guard. Meditate. I wish that I could not roll that, but I have to. Ooh, everything else got a lot worse. Alright, I'll try and make you weak. Okay, that works. And then I'll try and bring something back into hand. Like a... Not good. Didn't like that at all. We now... Sash Whip's not bad either. Glittering Gambit to lose some money. Perfect. Perfect. I tried so hard. Slime Crush. Why? I thought with 2 rolls I was totally gonna get it below 0 or 1. Unfortunately, the game had other ideas, and that's something I've got to keep in mind. Sometimes the game will have other ideas. Centennial Puzzle and a Fire Potion. Unknown Vulnerable card. We don't have any vulnerable cards in this deck just yet. Question card for additional card selections. $18 extra souls, okay. I'm really going to be looking for defense here. Guess that could count, but I'm going to have to spend some potions. When I said I guess that could count, as it turns out I was wrong. Shift, try and get something else. If the enemy is a boss, if not, stun it. There we go. That's exactly what we needed. Thank you for preventing that damage. Do I want to put a signature move in this? Probably not. Do I rotate past the signature move? Also probably not. Soul draw. I mean, we're probably going to try and go an energy potion after this. Draw has proven repeatedly to be something that I need. I have the ability to roll every single turn, so like, I can Snecko my hand at will. Automata Beam, eh? Do I really want to pop those two? If I use the Blessing of the Forge, then I can actually get a kill on a target with the Automata Beam here. I think at that point it's definitely worth it. Oh! I can't attack next turn. I'm fine with that. Especially when I turn out to have a wish in this deck. Okay. Yep, I'll be taking that money, thank you. There's even Glittering Gambit left in the deck. Which I would like to draw to, but I would also like to not take damage, and I think that one's going to be taking precedence here. Okay, Hourglass, another soul roll. Pre-upgraded though, so it draws a card, which is very, very much appreciated. There's a second cheat. So, cheats here are good for the soul draw, they're good for Glittering Gambit, they're good for Snake Rake Minor, they're good for Wide Sting Minor, they're good for Rain of Dice Minor, Tail Whip Minor, like all of those are small, small impacts. Take the upgraded soul roll. Just in case we don't get an energy relic and we really need to subsist exclusively off of rolling. Duel's not half bad there. Thank you for the defense. 2 copies of the Invincible. I mean, look, if I can roll those into a reasonable price, I'll actually do it. It's just gonna be the one then. I had to guarantee that I could play Protect, and I didn't want to play a Devotion and then roll, and then afterwards Protect is 2 cost. Definitely Glittering Gambit here. Perfect. Lose some money on it. As I was intending the entire time. Slither Strike, defend. So roll to see if we can get extra damage out there, which we can. Cheat Soul Clan. Yeah, just throwing out the Tail Whip and then Rain of Dice ought be enough there. Unknown upgraded 0 cost. There's also cheap stock, which is some extra energy. It's just... it itself is quite expensive. I have a lot of roll in the deck. Never mind. Maybe it's not that expensive. Never mind. Never minding. It is that expensive. I'm going to have to use an Automata Beam this time. So here's our follow-up 2 energy turn. I mean, Concentrate's real good here. Concentrate our way past some of those. Use a wheel kick for even more draw. Anything that's 2 cost at this point, I think I will roll. They got to reasonable costs in the end there. 1-2 combo. When you split... okay, I don't split at all, so I'm just going to stop reading that one at that point. I'm hoping that with rolling, my stats are going to be more than enough for the rest of this. Okay. Let's cheat into Soul Draw, drawing a full hand. Then play the 0 cost and Soul Roll. Play the other 0 cost. And another 0 cost. And Wide Sting's enough for the kill, so I'm not even going to continue entertaining it past that point. Second Memorize. This has got Retain as well now. I haven't got that many unknowns in the deck. It's just I generate a lot of off-class cards, so it feels like Memorize like is bad for us. Is not good. Is a not the best choice I've ever made, and to commit to it more at this point would be a mistake. If only this retained. Start with a quick move. The enemy gave us a gift on that one. Definitely want to get the Rain of Dice out there. It's just too powerful. Defensive style. Fine. Still looking to try and draw into something better. I can go into defensive, and then I can use this to draw 3 cards. Hell yeah. If only I could get 10 block for the sake of that Guardian Coil. Oh, it'd be so good. Had I known, I would have used the Dex Potion. Okay. Face Slap. Enter Berserker. Deal 14 damage twice if the enemy is vulnerable. Berserker applies vulnerable. That's probably not a bad Memorize hit. Indignation! Enteroth, start dealing double damage with all of your attacks. That is a Memorize hit and a half right there. How do I get to it? That is the question du jour. There's no cheat in there. Okay, so we'll just use this. I guess I try and Soul Draw. You're kidding me, right? Indignation's still left out in the cold. But I can draw into it using rotation. And then we Memorize Indignation. Nice. Having Wrath entry just gives me the ability at some point to decide, right, that's it, you're dying. Or rather, right, that's it, one of us is dying. We're not both making it out of this fight. Another snake rate. Yeah, we're heavy model. That's our energy strat. Remove all strikes, obtain 3. They cost 1 less this combat. Unfortunately, that will still be rolled thereafter. Although a consult playbook that costs 0 to start using is pretty good. Triggers a trap, though. Let's lose the 8 max HP. I'm fine with that. Ooh, depending on the draws, this could be great. Hexaburn does not have time to come out, Raps. Do not fall for his lies. Let's consult that playbook a little. I'm gonna be damaging myself a lot. It seems like a problem. I could also just, like, straight up throw them away, because they are off class. I think I do, actually. Get out of here. Library's not bad. Uppercut's not bad. Let's start with a slow. Nice. Then a Soul Cleanse. Even nicer. Do have to take a fair bit of damage here. I tried to prevent it, but evidently not hard enough. Rotate does nothing. Yeah, our off-class stuff, it takes still a second cycle until we really have off-class stuff online. By off-class stuff, I mean literally any off-class cards. That's exactly the right point to pivot there. Knowing the enemy is not attacking ever again. Makes it pretty easy to be bold here. The enemy's vulnerable. I really wish the enemy was... the enemy could be made vulnerable with a mix-it-up right now, perhaps. It's not vulnerable. It's also not vulnerable. I kind of want to use a snacker oil even, though. No. We'll have another shot. It's also very unlikely I even managed to net the kill off the back of that right there. There's the upgraded wide sting. Both of these are for off-class stuff, and I've just realized I'm not good at that. Still 1 damage AoE, that's pretty good. Got a higher AoE requirement next floor. Slay the Spire wouldn't be a bad card to randomize the cost of and get in here. Do we want to go back to being the classic snacker? I don't think so. Take that, and then the cheap potion. Literally just to have something to reroll. Oh, I shouldn't have done that to the... Whoops. It's fine. We got to study the Spire out. We're getting an upgraded boss card every turn. That was my priority right there. 17 damage twice is pretty good as it turns out. 14 and then the 13. Oh. Hit him with one of those, right? And then draw, hopefully, some defense, reroll, and then hit him with the other. Perfect. All's well that ends well in that one. Under an upgraded weak card, sure. Nope, would have been fine too. Ooh. Oh, vulnerable here on the first turn. Really wanted that to cost less. Use that model potion. Perfect. That now costs that. Replacing them with new ones. So this is a lot of damage. I mean, look, we will use the spear tackle. Gambit, and then shift all of these. Good, good. I'm pretty happy to just go from here. Toasty. Apply soul burn equal to the undealt damage. Nice. I say the undealt damage. The damage dealt, rather. You know, the opposite of the thing that I said. Could I see which was the correct one? Is the back one the correct one? So we got one good cost out there. Nice. These are a lot better. Yeah, it seems like we correctly identified the enemy there. I'm not defended this turn in a way that will cause me to dead. So I'd like to not dead. Well, we're officially at the point that if I don't use Snecko Oil here, I'm already dead, so... That's not where I want to be. Hang on! Hang on! Hang on! Snecko Oil just changed the cost of Sneck Proof. It's not affected by confusion and can't be modeled. Fair enough, Snecko Oil doesn't say you are confused. It says randomize the cost of all of the cards in your hand. Gosh. Not even vulnerable, so we do just have to go with the improvised guard and then cry about it. So both of those took the 3. Neither of them had a buff come up, so I can't really tell anything. Empty Mind's just some good draw right now. Love it. Yeah, I'm really light on defense in this deck, by which I mean I do not have any defense in this deck. Add 4 random 0-cost cards to your hand. Do not mind if I do. Will any of them defend us? It's a key question right there. Let's trash the treasure that you are mine. I know that's guaranteed weakness right there, but... I think we just need to guarantee energy. Dice block's good. There's another soul exchange there as well as a model shield. Model shield would be just great to put in this deck by base. Should have used cheat before that. Oops. That Poly Beam is very good damage right there as well. Did that try and... I think that tried to hit an entity that didn't exist. I didn't count the damage on it, but it was 40 damage. The enemy had like 70 life left, right? Never mind, we'll kill the enemy this turn. We are really just scraping through in these boss fights right now. This is not okay. Transmogrify. So we can't get Pandora eaten by the Transmogrify, unfortunately. However, it eating question card? Good. Everything else? Bad. I guess that's exotic form then. Hell of a lot of draw power. Double the effectiveness of potions. I would love to, but I really, like, I have to go for the makeshift battery here. We need extra energy so that we can try and smooth this out, especially based on the fact that we keep adding draw into the deck to try and smooth everything else out. I'm still going to be looking for defense. It's going to be a primary concern of ours. We'll just break the other 2 keys, though, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. Having this always upgraded is a pretty good hit. Having this always 0 cost is a pretty good hit too. We'll take that. Alright, where's our AoE cards? There's the Indignation, but where are the AoE cards? I really don't want to start with an Indignation if I can avoid it. And yet. And yet. I also can't really sustain a long fight, so... Oh, that'll do. Indignation, then Automata Beam. Boom. Boom. Unknown upgraded skill, sure. Starting to get some more unknowns in the deck, which is also some more off-class cards, making the rest of the deck make a little more sense, you know? Previously, it did not. Hey, plus 23. Good hit. I mean, I can already play both of those by base, so I shouldn't try and re-roll or anything like that there. He would die, he would 20 HP instead. I hope, at least, that that's not going to be relevant in this fight. Hit him with the unending supply. Again, no defense. Because we didn't put any in the deck. That's why there's no... Like, I am culpable. Insofar as it is exclusively my fault. Don't let this be construed as me saying, baby rage, I'm not getting the cards that I didn't put in the deck. No. I'm well aware who's... Like, why. I'm just trying to accurately assess the state of things so that I can address it from then on. Savvy? Let's get that kill. Rain of Dice is still pretty good. Ah, yes. But of course. Then hit him with the white sting. Soul roll him, get that out there. I didn't want to use the calculated gamble at one cost. End up drawing a card that I can't play. Refreshment's not going to be useful for us, I don't think. Yeah, we have no stance entry in there. So I might as well cheat. I've been holding off on using cheats, but there's no real reason to. So I don't really get to my discard pile ever. At least ideally. Speaking of, let's rotate further into the deck. Indignation Guardian Whirl would be the win here, but I have to find the ability to defend myself first. Which I can't do. Soul Roll, cheap Asunder, great. In with Asunder, throw Snakebite out there too, beautiful. Ooh. Wide swing and then even a Laureate at the end. So yeah, we underdefend a little by the end of that, but not too much. Master Reality would be a ridiculously good card to leave in this deck by base. Unfortunately, we don't have Memorize, and we don't have the ability to do it, but gotta be so good. Oh my god. There's the Memorize. Still can't use it. Unknown bot. Well, I mean, it does let me lock in a boss card, which I don't really know which I would lock in. A skill card that lets me lock in. God, a lot of those are bad. No, let's take an upgraded one-cost card, I guess. Demonstrate your rhythm and precision. I don't really have that, but let's try. Use the mouse or any button you want to hit the balls. Just make sure you time it right. Okay, I'll use the space bar. Well. Okay. Yeah, you have to meet them on a crest. So it's not when they hit the bottom you throw them up. Oh, that was two following after one another. I guarantee this is playing a song and I just don't know it. Yep. I've never played a beat game in my life. I played Audio Surf. And that was mostly because I was kind of enamored with the technology of it at the time. It was kind of mind-blowing that you could just generate a track for any song that you listen to, and I would often put in podcasts or spoken word comedy sets or any of these kinds of different things just to have fun. Lose an HP? Yeah, I deserve that. I feel like that's the one I'm probably not going to master out of all of them. Shield throw unless you're in defense. Can't block next turn? Do I really want to go ultra aggressive? I think so. Because it's not like I block well anyway. Yep. That'll do it. Quick move pre-upgraded, thank you. It's exactly the kind of thing we're looking for at this point. Speaking of exactly the kind of thing we're looking at this point, why don't we take a card that gets us to exactly the kind of thing that we're looking at this point in our opening hand? By card, I mean relic. Making the enemies vulnerable on turn 1. We don't really get super aggressive on turn 1 commonly. Clockwork Souvenir seems like it'd be reasonable. Possibility of saving us from a pretty significant debuff that might be generated by one of our other cards. Other choice there is obviously Restock, but I've got a lot of draw in the deck already. Duvudol, well, I don't think we really have many opportunities past this point to make that up there. Terra's going to be really good here to keep the enemy vulnerable constantly. Slay the Spire is going to be pretty hard to play this turn, but we may end up doing it anyway. Okay, never mind. It's going to be pretty easy to play this turn. Probably. Slay the Spire and consult the playbook. I'm going to rotate past all of those cards, just digging as deep as we can early. Set a trap. Defensive combo, but I don't have defensive combo. Enemy's not weakened, so heal hook doesn't make sense. I guess we improv an attack and try and get some defense or weakness from that. Didn't find it, but still I think the right thing to have done there. Alright, Berserker starts now. Let's go for Soul Draw. Nice draw right there. That Flying Sleeves is always going to be in hand to use at the right time, so I don't need to... Actually, I don't need to do anything for the rest of that turn. Just throw out cheat before I make a mistake and don't play it. Leeching, not really want. I really wanted to get the Wrath as well as Phantasmal Killer both stacked atop one another. That just would have been so good. I should have played Mix It Up before I did that. Yeah, that was bad. I was trying to focus on decreasing the cost of the exotic form, and I just forgot to play well, is the thing. Broadly, I forgot to good. And it seems like often in this game, you ought good. Because gooding is better than not. Hope I could help. I'm not going to be below half HP just yet. Really? Oh. Okay, heck, I had the invincibility right there, eh? Which I definitely remember that I had. That all for one is just getting so good right now. There you go. Hell of a draw. Meal ticket, Danger Noodle. I like Danger Noodle. It's just, it's not good in the first cycle, and we don't really want to go to the second cycle at all. Soul Cleanse again. Keep things on a lower cost, make them easier to play. Try and cycle through the rest of the deck with the power provided by the exotic form. Let's get the Slay the Spire upgrade so I don't have to rely on something else upgrading it. Whoa! That's hard now. I guess we'll see what Wide Sting. Is a debuff coming in? I'll say, I think that's exotic form. Shit's super powerful right now. We'll go Terra into Giant Good Flechette. Throw a Mixery in there too. Split Specialist for a... which gains damage from your strength. Torchhead? Yeah, that'll be fine. 0 souls, well done. I don't really want to roll the enemy again. Seems like a reasonable cost for us to be at. $15 still in coming after that. We can just leg sweep and then, I guess, rotate and soul roll, maybe. Oops. 24, not lethal. However, this will be. It's another mix it up. And we're back on full potions again. Let's do it. It's proven itself in exactly one battle so far, but it's okay. I believe in it. It'll happen again. Uh-oh. Okay, at least we got to replace all of those. Let's quick move. That didn't work. Soul roll. That didn't work. Soul roll. That didn't work either. Hit him with that. That's not going to work either, so I can't really make the enemy weak this turn unless I really want to throw a weak potion at him. This run is getting rougher and rougher and rougher. Boot Seek. Whence, that is. Slit Strike as well, decreasing the cost of prey and the Consult Playbook. I've got all these consulting cards right now. I have exhausted a 0 cost as well, so we will, the Hungry Tackle will get that back for us, and it's actually a pretty good one. Oh. Thought we were going to get Boot Sequence. We will do that this time, at least. Wasn't as guaranteed as I thought. Let's shift to get past those. Auto shield would be nice a lot earlier on this turn. Now it's not. Sucker Punch. Woo! We can. I mean, like, we were already defended at that point, but still. Woo! Hey, Recursive Strike. That's a really good one. Soul Draw as well. Just wanted to make sure that we didn't have another Glittering Gamble in us. Snake Sap definitely. Especially pre-upgraded. Upgrade all cards. Lose Heart Blessings. 10 max HP. Upgrade all cards. It's very appealing. It's been a while since I've elected just not to go for Niao. But to be honest, I actually don't feel good about this deck at all. Literally, without the 5 strength we carry into fights, 3 from Girya, 1 from the Rod of the Bolstering Flame, 1 from the Ruby Heart Blessing. Without the 5 strength, sorry, that we carry into fights, we do nothing. We actually do nothing. I think this is the correct position for I Am Complete. And we just take our rest here and try and get through the Ironclad. I also don't think, like, had I gone for other options, save, you know, resting there. The resting was an option that could have gotten me through the, Ironclad fight at the end of this floor, but other than that, I was a bit risky. Or felt it was a bit risky, rather. Just gonna look for more impactful cards. Ooh. You are mine, make the enemy vulnerable forever? Love it. Moment of truth. Draw a card and hit that finisher. Let's soul draw first. That was a good soul draw. I immediately saw White Sting and I was like, I can upgrade all the cards in my... Okay, right. Someone beat me to that, apparently. It's just moment of truth with draw. I'll take an Envenom base cost. Let's hit another soul roll, trying to low cost the tail whip there. Sure, that's fine. Let's rotate for the draw. Mix it up. I really want to do Indignation, but I'm going to settle for the mix it up. Whoop! 5 max HP, that's approximately worth. We'll try and use that before the end of the combat. Or at least before we use the next mix it up, which we immediately got, so we'll do that. What do you got for us? Just damage, I guess. Love how much of that we can carry on with no energy. No, an upgraded block card. That is a block card. It's also upgraded, so it doesn't break the theming of the deck so far. Yeah, that's really good. It's also a hell of a lot of health out of the bird face down. Which is going to matter because we're about to take 9 damage. I think I do use Indignation here. Ooh, heal 10, eh? I do like that. For extra energy there. We'll hit a... Stuff on you. Up, there we go. Reduce the cost of the off-class cards. The duplication potion is also an entropic brew, so... Guess I try and go for... Well, I was about to try and go for money, but... God, I think I actually may leave these for the start of the next boss fight and just try and end this fight. Seems a reasonable approach. Par Potion. Honestly, probably better than the exotic to take into the next. Unknown upgraded silent card. Strength card. I think we will just go with the upgraded cards, though. I like the theming of all of them being upgraded. I think that's probably a good opening hand for it. Well, maybe a rain of dice, it's not necessary. Okay. First things first. Let's get the power potion out. Because I'm going to be using Mix It Up this turn. Well, that was easy. Then I will actually dupe that as well. Use the Entropic Brew. Now we have a ridiculous amount of draw. Get that unlimited roll. Throw a Mix It Up out as well. That's fine. Consult the playbook, and I guess we play 0 costs. Cheat. Okay, God, we draw too many cards now. This is officially, at this point, a problem. This is titled A Problem. Use the White Sting just to try and get the Flame Tackle upgraded. Then Glittering Gambit, hit him with a... No, I'll hit him with the Soul Roll first. It's fine, the combo tackle is now there. Then we get another one pre-upgraded too. Back into Indignation finally, great. And now at this point we'll exhaust all of them and get ones that cost 1 less in hands. And that'll more than do. Good opening hand, good potions. Really, really led us down the right path on that one. It was the variability between fights in terms of the cards that we actually generated as our off-class. Wait, hang on. You just don't get the benefits from them, but you still get to go here? I thought those were necessary. I thought those were 100% required. Well, indeed. Actually, like, everything except Rain of Dice there is a real good hit. I don't even want to draw. But I can't draw. Mine's fine. Well, I feel like I'm going to be taking that option a lot more now. Remove all enemy block and apply 5 weaken vulnerability on the turn they're not attacking and they've got a huge amount of block. I mean, come on. Come on. Of course. Let's mix that up a little, then... shift our way through all of those. Thunderwave to random enemy free creation function. No, no. Ah, well, if you start a turn with no artifact, that's good for us. Berserker. We've also got ourselves into a stance. I mean, I'm happier being in a stance than not in one. The enemy is going to explode this turn, though, so I should figure out a way to kill them or run. That's not going to give us much defense. The enemy's damage is from the bomb as well, so malaise doesn't make sense here. This is the only roll I get. Thank heck it didn't make these worse. Fair whap of damage to take right there, but it's okay. We're doing good. Oh my god, we get to do it. Indignation. Hit him with a big pile driver. Hit him with a rain of dice. Soul roll and mix it up. Oh, but mix it up doesn't... I knew that as well. It wasn't going to change those if I already had it. We'll take the Ancient Potion there for the possibility that it actually ends up relevant. Rare attack cards. Those could be completely irrelevant to us, or they could not. Haha! I'm going to take the Soul Roll, I think. There's our full heal. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the Vexing Draft for a Duplication Potion. Hit him with a Whetstone just to flex on him and then pass out. Here we go. Will identify a card. Select a card to add to your deck, removing its unknown. Accuracy! I mean, Endure, that's just a big... That is just a big block card. There we go. So it gets all of your unknown cards, rolls them into something, puts them up on the screen, and then you select one, and it locks that. We have now correctly identified a card in one of these episodes. Ha ha ha. Definitely not Automata Beam on the first turn. Soul Clang's probably not either. Should have played the Chrono Boost first right there. That would have been correct. Not really the potions we want right there. Ooh, 4 soul burn each turn? Sure. I mean, it's more than none. It's the bar that's set. Enemies provided for us 1 void. Vulnerability does not stay. Enchant shield increases block by... Well, we don't have anything to increase block. Let's... Exotic form, then rotate. Bewildered. Muddle, but this is neck-proof, so it can't be muddled. Ooh. Yeah, I prevent that damage with a fire potion. That's good enough. Get our way into the next fight. That's off class. Can't even Soul Draw. There's an Indignation which I really do want to play. But then the damage on me this turn is ridiculous. Can't do it. Can't do it. As fun as it could be, it could also anti-fun by killing this. Sure, the Constructor goes up there. Decent rerolls, actually. Let's skim for the draw, I guess. And try this all out. So we're just looking to make things 0 costs. It's working pretty well. Exceedingly well. That's what happens when you have enough muddle in the deck and enough of the draw, I guess. Life finds a way. Right, this was our second boss, not our third boss, so we should probably keep that in mind. Guardian Quell, I mean, that'll hit both. A hologram and just pull back something like the creative AI here. Gave you a voice. Rude. Okay. There is another void in the deck, so I guess I do want to try and use... Oh, I should have just played it. I guess I do want to try and use that, get rid of it. Ironclad. There's the model shield. That's huge. It's going to be all the defense we need. Okay. 6 HP for an intangible. I don't even think I need that. Discard off class cards and draw. Shift. Sure, that just gets rid of Void, turns it into something useful, which can also draw us cards. Soul Roll, Model cards, and Model cards. How much card are we getting next turn from the Muddlin? 7 block carried forward from Muddlin? That's not that much. Wasn't the most muddled turn of all time, but feels like it could have been slightly more. Storm of Steel against an enemy that you have... No, Flame Barrier is going at. You don't already have it. Okay. Actually seems a lot better now. Soul Roll. The other model shield out. Soul Roll. Soul Roll. Soul Roll. There we go. 52 block from it next turn. That's what we were looking for. Bye-bye, Ironclad. That's a lot of different powers right there. Enemies seeing double buff is the first attack you use against Niao each turn does 0 damage. Honestly, totally fine. We'll just play all of those. The Glittering Gambit. Totally reasonable opening turn. Barricade. Yeah, we've seen that one before. They gain 10 block at the start of each turn, and they have Barricade as well, and Energy Thief. When they add curses to my draw pile, they also add a Void status card. We've seen those before. God, I'm so tempted to run this entire fight in Indignation. Go for glory. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Everything I said before about that being a bad idea, yes, but also let's do it. Sometimes there's a place for making bad decisions, and that's hopefully right now, because otherwise, whoo, I made a mistake. These cards increased by strength, eh? It had 10 by base. We had 4 strength. Now I'm no mathematician. Full stop. Most people follow that up with a contradicting statement. Not me. I'm not a mathematician. That is the root. That is the nub of that. Not a bad mix it up right there. Almost full defended there. Heck, I'm not vulnerable because I blocked the vulnerability with the Clockwork Souvenir, which confirms, by the way, that it's always the vulnerability first on this enemy. Crescendo. Enter Wrath again? Do we want to enter Wrath from Wrath? Maybe that's a play, I don't know. This Indignation giving the vulnerability, though, that is a play. Can absolutely confirm that one. So now we have like 2 turns to kill the enemy, though. Let's definitely get Invincible out there. I'll cheat the Glittering Gambit. Finally! Let's rotate past a huge swath of things here. Oh, gosh. Haunted? I mean, I could shift to destroy Void, Haunted, and Bewildered and turn them into different ones that are good. Here we are. Whatever, I was gonna roll them anyway. Ignore pain. Be reduced until next turn. That's not something that's actually happening to us this turn. Yeah. That's certainly damage the enemy is intending to do right now. I've identified that as definitely damage. We'll find a way out of it. Hit that draw, I think. We got we got 2 statuses and a curse from the new draw pile as well. It wasn't from the bottom of the previous one. There were 3. What? I'm not gonna work it out mathematical wise, but seemed unlikely to me. Yeah. Get out of here now. That'll get that done. I feel like in the future I'm going to be taking that upgrade way more commonly. I was certain it locked you out of going for Niao, otherwise I would have taken it so many more times. It definitely seems very powerful, specifically with Snecko, where you are often incentivized to build a particularly large deck, because if you don't, you might just roll 3 bad cards on your unknowns, and then, oh, alright, I guess, whoops. You just need to put enough cards in there to find an out, and we found many an out. The most of which was honestly the one we got at the very start, the rare relic Gear, getting us the 3 strength, giving us a kind of directionality, the ability to use unimpressive cards in impressive fashions after said point and carry ourselves along. Honestly, an interesting run. Java Platform's SE binary is not responding. Wait for that program to respond, but I guess that means I'm probably not going to wait for the end screen until I say that my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire Downfall. There's a playlist in the description down below with all my content of the game, past, present, and future, and hopefully we'll see you next time.